Well, okay, and we are live. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So a big day for Manchester United. First and foremost, with a massive update coming in on the future of Harry Maguire. So this morning, as we know, Manchester United accepted West Ham's bid of £30 million for Harry Maguire. Now, Plenty Gold came out with a story in the afternoon, and he came out and said, essentially, Harry Maguire had a great personal terms with West Ham. And then we have the big one coming in from Fabrizio Romano. It's the one we can see in the thumbnail. It's the one for you guys to be looking out for, and it's one that you guys are really looking for, those three magic words. Fabrizio Romano says Harry Maguire to West Ham. Here we go. Very soon. So that's going to come tonight, guys. That is coming as soon as possible. Harry Maguire is leaving Manchester United for a good fee of money, for a fee that I'm very happy with. Let me know your thoughts down below as well, guys. And I'm asking you guys on the poll for tonight's stream. There are three centre-backs Manchester United have been linked to replace Harry Maguire. The options are, of course, Tobido, Pavard and Tapsoba. Let me know your thoughts on the poll down below, and I will let you know my thoughts throughout the stream. So let's get talking about Harry Maguire leaving Manchester United, because we've been waiting a very long time on this one, guys. We really have, and I think this is the right move. Absolutely, I think this is the right move that Manchester United have needed to make for a long time. Harry Maguire was one of those seals that I think would have defined our entire summer. If we got it wrong, I would not have felt particularly good about this window. As it stands, I think it's getting a lot better. Maz is saying, here we go. Yep, Fabrizio himself is saying, here we go. So, I mean, look, it's done, guys. Maguire is gone. Like, the man has finally left Manchester United, and I'm sure you guys are absolutely thrilled with that one. Jarl is saying there's a brilliant short list of 4 defenders to replace Maguire. Yes, believe it is Pavard, Tobido, Tapsoba and Mark Gehi from Crystal Palace. And that's what I'm asking you guys in the poll. Who do you think we should sign to replace Maguire? Who would you like to see? Personally, and it might be more of a controversial one, but I'm going to go for Benjamin Pavard. I think, yeah, he's a very good, he can play centre back very well, and he can play right back, two positions we are very weak in. So I think the versatile nature of Pavard might be the way we go. And look, we do have options on this. We do have commentary coming in. First and foremost, from L'Equipe are saying Pavard to Manchester United is a priority to replace Harry Maguire. So I don't know how I feel about this one, guys. I feel like a lot of those players would be better than Maguire, no doubt about it. Let me see. Jarlo saying, get Silva in. He's young. I love Antonio Silva. I think he's going to be too much money this window. Let me see. Sammy is saying Rashford at striker worries me. Yeah, it worries me. I don't think it's going to be long term. I think Højlund will be back soon. And that's going to be the good news there. Good evening to Yashid. Good evening to Mr. Phil as well. Irfan says Pavard is a world-class player and a World Cup winner. Yes, as well. That is something big about Benjamin Pavard. The man has won everything in football. He has won Champions Leagues, Bundesligas, World Cups. This man is a winner. This man has experience. I feel like he is... I'm agreeing with Nick Knack here as well. I feel like he is the least risky of those options. I feel like he is the one who we would say he probably will be the safest bet, and he answers two positions that we need strengthen. We need another centre back who can come in for Varane and be that backup, and we need, of course, someone to come in and play right back. I think he does both those jobs very well, and as Irfan is saying, he's only 27 years old. There's definitely a big upside to this one. Hot Fuzz, good to see you, man. Big ups. And yeah, guys, smash a like as well. We're up to 12 likes. Big ups to you guys. And as Jarl says, Højlund was in training today. I think, yes, he is back in training. It is individual training, but he's on the pitch. He's doing the drills. He's running on the grass. I have no concern. We do have a small update coming in on Højlund as well, just for anyone who is interested in his fitness and when he might be able to play. Laurie Whitwell has said United are targeting the Arsenal game on the 3rd of September as a potential debut for Rasmus Højlund. That could be a nice one. It's my birthday, so a birthday Højlund debut, a birthday Højlund hat-trick could be a nice one for me. So get voting on the poll, guys. Who would you like to see Manchester United sign? Pavard, Tobido, or Tapsoba? At the moment, 70% of you guys are going for Benjamin Pavard. So I think this is what I would do if I was Erik ten Hag, because I think this means we can go big on Antonio Silva or a Diamond next summer, and it allows us to answer that issue we have in centre back now. It allows us to have a better right back as well. So killing two birds with one stone, it really is the best of both worlds. I'm so fresh. Pavard has the most potential of the options we have. Would still like a temporary striker at some point this season. I'm worried we might end up with Lukaku on loan. Oh man, we're not going back there. We are not going back to the Romelu Lukaku days. I promise you guys that. One thing, I don't make predictions. I'm not in the know. I don't claim to be a journalist. But I can tell you guys, we will not be signing big Rom Lukaku. Don't worry, I'm so fresh. We will not be seeing Lukaku in a United kit. Don't worry about that. If it happens, I'm going to get clipped up and put out everywhere. I really don't care. If it happens, I will genuinely be baffled with this football club. So look, United's options is coming down mainly to Pavard and Tobido. That seems to be the main two that we're really going for. So coming in from Winterburn as well, Manchester United feel if they can get a deal done for Jean-Claude Tobido for less than 30 million, I still think I prefer Pavard. I do, and it's not that I think Tobido's a bad player. I think he's excellent, but I think we could do better next season in terms of a potential player. Nick Knack is saying, any news on the Greenwood situation? Yes, we do have one update on Mason Greenwood coming in that is confirmed. Let me just double check here on the notes. I think I had it. Mason Greenwood, where is he? Yep, there we have it there, coming in from Daily Mirror Football. The Mason Greenwood announcement is imminent, according to them. So we don't know what the announcement's going to be. We don't know what the decision's going to be. We don't know what way this is going, guys. But it's coming soon. It is coming. We got to be ready for it. And it's either... I feel like no matter what decision is made, be it Greenwood goes, be it Greenwood stays, be it Greenwood goes on loan, or he goes back into the first team, no matter what happens, people are not going to be happy. Large sections of this fan base will not be happy with that decision, and it's disappointing. It is, and this is a position we never wanted to find ourselves in as a club. It's never a decision we wanted to find ourselves in as a fan base, but we are here, and soon it's going to be time to find out what's going to happen. It really is. And look, we were told last week, Fabrizio Romano, he said Manchester United would have the decision made and announced by the Wolves match, before the Wolves match. So that gives us tomorrow, it gives us Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That is 4 days to go. This will be announced sometime in the next 4 days. I personally think it will come after Friday. I think United will try their best to protect Erik ten Hag, and his press conference for that Wolves match is probably going to be Friday, so it might come out after that. So Erik ten Hag doesn't have to answer 100 questions on Mason Greenwood. That might be what they go for. Jarl is saying Chelsea are struggling to offload Lukaku. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, the guy's washed. He's looking so much money. It's just crazy time. Irfan says, Tapsoba, what is the price? I think price I seen flying about earlier was around 30 to 40 million pounds. It's quite a bit of money. I don't know if we would spend that much money on a guy who probably will be back up to Raphael Varane throughout the season. I genuinely think Pavard might be the least exciting of those players listed, but I think he might be the right guy. You know, he's going to come in, do well as centre back, and he can do well at right back as well. And that's really what Manchester United need. That gives us depth. It gives us quality. And if we line out with Pavard at right back, Varane, Martinez, and Luke Shaw, that is a very, very solid back four, really good in possession. I would be very, very happy about that. Stephen is right. Pavard is quality. He isn't just a World Cup goal merchant. He is a top player. Ronald is saying, is Tobido a defender or midfield? Thanks. It is the defender. I feel it's a good West Ham sped up the transfer for Maguire. No, honestly, guys, me as well. Anybody who did miss the big update coming in from Fabrizio Romano, so he has said, the here we go for Harry Maguire will be coming in very soon. That is Fabrizio's words. And honestly, guys, this has come very, very quickly. I'm so happy. I really am. And I'm actually happy for Harry Maguire. This is going to take a monkey off his back. It's going to take a big issue out of Manchester United. And finally, we will move on. We will be moving on from the Harry Maguire era. We won't be looking at Maguire. It's another big call by Erik ten Hag. It really is. You know, we've moved on Paul Pogba. We've moved on Ronaldo. We've moved on De Gea. We're moving on Harry Maguire. We've already stripped him off the captaincy. Erik ten Hag is making big decisions at this club. He is being ruthless, and I think he is getting these right. Nick Nack says Nice did have the second best defence in Liga in last year, which is interesting. Yes, they did. And look, Tobido is a brilliant player. Make no mistake about it. The guy is genuine quality. And I've no doubt if he'd come to United, he would be a big success. I just think Pavard, a 27, experienced player, has won everything in football, plays right back, plays centre back, very, very technically good. And look, there is issues. He's maybe not the quickest. He's maybe not the strongest. But I certainly think at right back, inverting, that could be his job. He could do it very, very well. Drop a like on the video as well, guys. Up to 17. So big ups to you guys as well. 50 votes on the poll. And we have 63% of you guys going for Benjamin Pavard. We have 35 for Tobido and only 2% going for Edmund Tapsoba. I think Tapsoba is going to be the most expensive player out of that list of players. And I think... yeah, I would put him in my third choice. I think it's between Tobido. I think it's between Pavard. I'm going putting my colours to the mast, and I am going for Benjamin Pavard out of those players. But I would be delighted with either. I really, really would. So another one coming in as well, something you guys are going to be looking forward to, and that is from Political. So this is positive. This is why I think Maguire is going. This is why I think he's going very, very quickly. He has agreed terms with West Ham United, according to Political. So the big concern for me all summer long was, if we agree to sell Maguire, will he agree to go? Will he try to stay here? Thankfully, he doesn't. And Michael saying, sorry, I'm late getting to the top. We need another striker because Rashford prefers to play on the left. And no worries, man. You can join in anytime. You can catch up after, or you can even just not watch at all. Honestly, guys, there is no obligation to be on these streams at all. So thank you so much for joining in. Really, really do appreciate that. I do agree with you. We do need another striker. We need somebody to be in there. Anthony Martial's back in training, but I don't think he's going to be the guy. I really don't. We do have... Nick Nack says, is Pavard keen on the move? Yes, he is. He is. Let me just quickly get that quote up for you guys. This is coming in from Fabrizio Romano again. So Benjamin Pavard would love to join Manchester United. He is very keen on the move. So this is unexpected, guys. I thought if we were getting any big transfer stuff this week, it was going to be Sofyan Amrabat. It was going to be Fred. It's kind of out of left field, but I'm very happy with it, guys. Pavard wants to come. He loves the idea of playing for Manchester United. Maguire has finally been sold on leaving United, so I think this is shaping up to be a very, very good end to the transfer window. And it's not to say we're still going in for Sofyan. It's not to say we are not going for that midfield signing, because we definitely are. So Daily Mail says Manchester United have made a midfield signing and a priority, with Sofyan Amrabat being the top target. We also have Fred potentially going to Fulham. We have Donny van de Beek closing in on a move to Real Sociedad. So all of a sudden, Manchester United looks like we're getting rid of Van de Beek, Fred, Maguire, Eric Bailly. There is 4 players we've needed to sell all summer long, and we're bringing in Amrabat and maybe one of Tobido or Benjamin Pavard. So that is proper business. That is serious business. And look, when was the last time Manchester United sold the players we needed to, got rid of the players we needed to, and brought in the players we need for this team? It's been a long time. It sounds very basic, but Manchester United are acting as a cohesive football club. I don't know what's happening to this place. Erik ten Hag clearly is having a big influence on this club. He clearly is having a big say, and long may that continue, guys, honestly, because... look, you guys remember those windows under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, those windows, even last year, there was so little of a plan, but the more Ten Hag has managed to get his grip on this football club, the more serious we've been acting, and we are up to 58 votes on the poll as well. 59% are going for Benjamin Pavard, 40% for Tobido, and 2% for Tapsoba. If you guys haven't voted, get voting on the poll. Drop a like on the video as well. Michael says we need Amrabat badly, as Casemiro often gets suspended. Yes, he does. And what I will say about Casemiro, if we bring in Amrabat, what Sofyan Amrabat brings is tackling. He brings tenacity and quality on the ball. I think Casemiro picks up less bookings with Sofyan Amrabat being on the pitch in the first place, because he's not the only guy putting a tackle in that midfield area, and that is massive. That is so important, because last year we had Christian Eriksen in there, and Eriksen, there was a lot of things he did good, especially on the ball, but defensively very poor. Amount of tackles really low, amount of interceptions really low. So I feel like we'll be taking part of the workload off Casemiro's back, and that will allow him to focus on being the phenomenal player that he still is. And that, for me, is the best thing Manchester United can do. Amrabat, he is the guy we need. He is the guy we must sign, in my opinion. And I think we're going to get close to it. I think we are very, very close to having a very, very good transfer window, guys. We seriously are. So coming in, this is important now. Fulham are in talks once again with Man United and are hopeful of reaching an agreement for Fred. Now, Fred going is important because we need to bring in Stefan Amrabat. To do that, we have to sell a midfielder. It's going to be Fred first, guys. That is the first player to go. I think Van de Beek joins him, of course. I would expect Hannibal Mabry to leave on loan, but I do think that most certainly Stefan Amrabat comes into this team, makes a massive, massive difference as well. Get those thoughts in down below, guys. Nick Knack is saying Fred would actually be a great signing for Fulham. He would be. He'd be very good for Fulham, because Fred's a good player. He is a good player. He goes to most teams in the Premier League and starts. He really does. He's not good on the ball, but the work rate, the pressing, the tackling, moving him further up the pitch, it definitely works. And he would be a good partner for Palenya in their midfield. So I think that Fulham will be getting a good deal there. Let's hope United sell for a good price. I think anything less than 10 to 15 million pounds is a real bad deal for Manchester United. I think we should be aiming for 15. Look, he is 30 with a year left on his contract, but I think we should be going for more. Ashid, good to see you back in here, man. Hope all is good. What are we up to? 60 votes, 63 votes on the poll, and 60% of you guys are going for Pavard. I thought Tapsoba or Tobido would be the first choices. You guys seem to want a little bit of Benjamin Pavard at this club. I really like the player. I really do. I like smart players. I like versatile players. He certainly is that. Jarl is saying next year's transfer window could be something special. The wages have been cleared up. The transfer window is very high. Yeah, it's going to be a good transfer window next year. Make no mistake about it. So long as we finish Champions League, I think we're going to have a cracker next year. We really will. And it's going to be a crazy, crazy window next year, guys, as well. Mbappe free agent, Harry Kane free agent. It's going to be a crazy time. I'm looking forward to it already. I'm So Fresh says, how much signings do you reckon we can make between now and the end of the window with the outgoings looking good? It's a good question. Let's see. I think we get one of Tobido and Pavard. No doubt in my mind about it. Then we probably get Stefan Amrabat. So that makes two. I would like a third. I would like another striker. Be it on loan, be it a striker coming in at the end of their career, somebody with some experience, somebody who can come in. I know it wouldn't have been the most attractive signing in the world, but I wouldn't have argued against Man United bringing Skamaka in from West Ham as a backup option, even if it goes on loan as part of the Maguire deal. But look, they've sold him. I'm not too concerned about that, but there's definitely players out there we could go get. Rijat, good to see you, man. Get Tapsoba or Pavard for centre-back. I think Pavard, man, and I think Pavard because he can play that right back position really well. We can play a back three with Pavard. He can invert as well. He can cover for Varane. I think he probably is the best option available, and I've been saying it for a while. I don't think Delo's impressed me for the last 6-7 months. I think Wan-Bissaka's got better, but he's probably still not good enough. Jarl is looking to loan Yao Felix. Michael says, imagine if we get Qatar. If we get Qatar next year, we will be seeing a crazy, crazy transfer window, guys. Make no mistake about it. So, 70 votes on that poll. We have 62% going for Pavard, 35% going for Tobido, 3% going for Tapsoba. Tapsoba really not popular. I hope he isn't in the stream watching if he's coming to United. Big T, Ross Barkley back in the Premier League. We missed out there. Oh, man. Ross Barkley, strange career. Like, we thought the big move to Chelsea was going to be it, and then it was off to Nice, and now it's to Luton Town. Rajat says we will not get Felix. I wouldn't be against it. I don't think we will sign him, though. I just don't think it's going to happen. Look, somebody is going to get Yao Felix. It just depends who it's going to be. I don't know. He's not going to go back to Chelsea. I think he's looking at Champions League. He isn't welcome at Atletico Madrid, so it is going to be interesting to see what happens with João Felix. I just wouldn't expect him at Manchester United. Drop a like on the video as well, guys. We are on 23. Can we get up to 30 likes? Would be very much appreciated. Thank you very much for the support so far. Rajat says, we'll get Tapsoba here for first pick centre back. One of the very, very few going forward. Tapsoba there, Rajat. So an update coming in from Chris Wheeler of the Daily Mail. Now there is another centre back we could be bringing in, and he says I would be surprised if Johnny Evans doesn't get a 1-year deal at Manchester United to provide competition and backup for Lisandro Martinez on the left of that defence. Not too bad an option there. I know Johnny Evans isn't what we call an attractive option. It isn't really what we want long term. I think on a Tom Heaton deal, I think on a Lee Grant style deal where he's there as a backup, as an experienced guy in the dressing room, it's not too bad. He's probably going to be on low wages. He's not going to be playing a lot of matches. I've nothing really to complain about that. Big T says, why do Wolves have to get a new manager? Hope we don't get new manager bounce. Nick says, haven't they already given Evans a deal? They give him a pre-season deal. He hasn't actually got a permanent deal with United. I was looking out earlier as well to see if I could see him in any of the training photos. Couldn't see anything. In terms of what Big T's saying, yeah, it is interesting. Lopetegui going as well. I don't know. Does new manager buttons really happen when we haven't kicked the season off yet? I don't know. Nick says Evans a useful squad player. Rajat doesn't want Johnny Evans. Ronald is asking as well, where does De Gea go? I don't know where De Gea will go. I know that there was interest from Bayern Munich, but I'm not really sure. Rajat says, when will Evans realistically play? Probably like Carabao Cup matches, maybe an FA Cup if we have suspensions. But I mean, if we bring in Pavard or Tobido and we already have Lindelof, those are the backup options. Then we've got Martinez and we have Varane as the starters. And then we even have Luke Shaw who can fill in there. So it's a good question, where does Evans actually fit in? But I don't know. I think that's why he's just not going to be an important player. He just will be there as an emergency option, maybe somebody who gets added to the coaching team if they retire at the end of the season. I don't know, something like that might happen. Drop a like on the video as well, guys. Let me check for the latest on the Harry Maguire saga, because this is moving very quickly. Everything really came from that £30 million bid a couple of nights ago that West Ham made. It's moved quickly, and the reason why it's moved quickly is because Harry Maguire is keen on the move. He wants to go now. This is an uncharted territory for Manchester United. It's very, very positive. That was my big concern. I've been saying it for a long time, guys. We had no real assurance that Harry Maguire would go. We've seen him say he wanted to stay and fight for his place. Eric Ten Hag being happy with him. I think it's a good thing he's going. I really, really do. Let me just double check this as well. Not saying too much more on the Maguire stuff. Eric Bailly apparently has reached an agreement on personal terms with Besiktas on a 3-year deal. The defender will negotiate the termination of his Manchester United contract tomorrow. That is coming in from Turkish sources. We know Eric Bailly's going. We know he's been meant to have left all summer long. He is still here. Rajat says, let Tottenham get to Soba. Yeah, I mean, look, I think he would be bottom of my list out of the 3 players listed. Big T says he wants to go because Moyes has offered him the captain's armband. Yeah, I mean, that in itself, I mean, yeah, West Ham need a captain. Is Harry Maguire that guy? I don't know. Like, Michael's very thankful. Sean saying, great stream as always. Much love for the channel. All down here in Melbourne. Yeah, okay, man. Try the Morns. Irfan says, is Pavard here we go? No, Pavard is not here we go. We haven't put a bid in yet. He wants to come, according to Fabrizio. He is looking to come to Manchester United. He would love the move. It's just, you know, we still have stuff to do. So coming in from Kessler Phillips, I believe he writes for Bild in Germany. So quite a reliable source when it comes to German transfers. They are saying United are in discussions with Benjamin Pavard, who wants to leave Bayern Munich. I think this happens. I think this seems to be more advanced than Tobido, I think this seems to be more advanced than Tapsoba. I think is far more advanced than any interest in Mark Gahey. I think Pavard might be the guy. I really do. And it's not that the other players are bad. Like, they really aren't. But I think in terms of what we need, what we can do next summer, I just think Pavard might be the right move. I really, really do. And it's strange because earlier in the summer, I don't know if I would have felt the same way, but I do feel like watching preseason, I think the right back area, it's a massive issue for Manchester United. I think having a backup for Raphael Varane, that's another big issue. And we can kill two birds with the one stone by bringing them in. Rajat says, who's my pick to replace Maguire? I'm going for Pavard. I think 27 years old, experienced footballer, won everything in football, winning mentality, very, very good on the ball. He's got issues. He isn't perfect. He maybe isn't that quick. He isn't the most physical. That's why I think he's better suited playing in that right back position, and he can fill in at centre back if needed. Because ideally, if Raphael Varane is fit, he's going to play. That has to be the way forward for United. Ashid says Pavard in now, and Michael says, I know it's not United related, but will Kane stay or go? It's a good question. I don't know. I think Kane's going to stay at this point. I don't think he's going to leave mid-season. They, of course, kick off, I think, on Saturday. So I would expect Harry Kane to be a Tottenham Hotspur player this season. What happens in January might be interesting. Maybe if he hasn't signed that contract by then, Levy would consider letting him go. Maybe United can try to get him on the cheap. If the Qataris come in, maybe something like that could be a possibility. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Nick Nack says Maguire only started 8 matches last season. It's debatable whether he needs replacing at all. That is a brilliant point. I do agree with what you're saying there, Nick Nack. You know, he did not play a lot in the Premier League last year. Came off the bench a few times, yes. That's why I think Pavard could be the guy. I think he can cover 10 matches at centre back. I think he can play at right back at a higher level than Diogo Dalot. Probably at a higher level on the ball than Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He would be perfect in the way that Erik ten Hag wants the fullbacks to play and invert and come into midfield and play those passes. Pavard is perfect for that job. He is so good at that job. And he kind of does that already at Bayern Munich. And for the French team, I think he's the right guy. I really, really do, guys. Rajat thinks Pavard would be cool. I'm So Fresh is saying as well, lots to talk about Levy sabotaging the Kane deal. I don't know what Daniel Levy like. We've been told for years, this man is a brilliant businessman. He runs Spurs like a business. They're so well organised. He's letting his biggest and most valuable player that Spurs have had in maybe 10 years since Gareth Bale leave for free next season. That's my issue. Ahmed says, Red on my life, big ups, man. Big T says, what do you think of the new doctor? Who thinks he can keep and get Martial fit? I don't know who the doctor is. Maybe it's Doctor Who. Maybe he's going to go back in time in the TARDIS and get Martial from first season when he wasn't injury prone and replace him in the team. Maybe that's what we're going to do. I don't know. Andrew Ann says, hello, I'm a City fan. Thanks for joining in, man. We are talking United on the channel. City do want Paqueta, so if anyone if you're interested in some City transfer news, they want Lucas Paqueta. West Ham saying £85 million. I don't know, West Ham, like, maybe they sell Paqueta and they go back in for McTominay. That could be incredible, but we have to doubt it. We have to doubt it at this point. Ronald is asking, is there any potential for Amrabat to join us before the league starts? I don't think so. I don't think that will happen, unfortunately. I would love it to happen, but we need to get the sales done quick. I don't see Fred leaving this week. I don't see Van de Beek leaving this week. We might get Maguire sold this week, so unless, it depends where that money's going to go. It does. I think the Maguire money goes towards a defender. I think the Van de Beek and Fred money goes towards Amrabat, in my opinion. Like Pavard is good with goals and assists. I mean, he can score. He's got a long shot on him. We know this, but it's more the build-up play. It's more the possession stuff I'm excited about. Rajat says, no, he'll join after. No, don't turn to Man City news. No, man, I'm not here for the City news. I will say one thing about City, though, and I will say this. They have bought Josko Gvardiol for a world record fee for a defender. Do we think this plays into Manchester United's acceptance to let Harry Maguire go now? That he isn't the most expensive defender in the world? That I know it sounds stupid. I know it's a small, really silly little prideful thing, but do we think that might be part of the thinking? Big T says Spurs owner told Levy he has to sell Kane last week. What's changed? I don't know. I really don't. Unless Harry Kane is agreeing to sign a deal. If Harry Kane signs that deal, if he stays at Spurs, the guy's had no ambition his entire career. He really hasn't. I'm So Fresh says, reckon West Ham being interested in Maguire, McTominay, like United might be interested in any of their players. Outside of Declan Rice, probably not. I mean, he's gone to Arsenal. I mean, Bowen maybe, but I mean, we're well stacked for wingers. I don't think we've anything to worry about that. Michael says, what is the announcement about Greenwood? We haven't got an announcement as of yet. Now, I had said earlier in the stream, Daily Mirror had said the announcement is expected to be made imminently. Then we had Romano last week say it would come this week before the Wolves match. I think that we're going to do it after the press conference. I believe Erik ten Hag's press conference will probably be Friday or Saturday morning. I think they will want to avoid him being asked a lot of questions by the press. So I think it's probably maybe a weekend thing, maybe like a Saturday or Sunday job could be the way they go. That might be the option. I hope City and United compete hard for the league title this season. I mean, I hope so. I hope United can compete. I'm not 100% sure if we'll be up there come the end of the season, but let's hope so. Let's see. On the poll, we have 91 votes. 60% of you guys are saying sign Benjamin Pavard. We have 36% saying Tobido. 3% are saying Tapsoba. So most of you guys going for Pavard. I actually thought that Tobido would be the number one option. I thought he would be the more popular choice, but can't really see it. Can't see it on the poll anyway. Get your thoughts in down below, guys. Drop a like on the video as well. What are we up to? 27 likes. Big ups to you guys. 29 likes actually as well. That's amazing, guys. Lucky Singh, good to see you. I want to play Jared Bowen, Antonio, Benrahma, Harry Maguire, Stefan. I mean, I wouldn't really take any of those players. I mean, Benrahma's a very good player, but I don't think we need more wide players. I really don't. Let me have a check as well. Want to look here at some of the other stuff I had took down on the notes. Yeah, so here's one here coming in from Sky Cava. This is relating to Benjamin Pavard. So Pavard wants to join Manchester United. Negotiations are ongoing with the player and the club. So looks like Benjamin Pavard might be the one to go for it. He might be the way we are going in this window. Rajat says Greenwood back, give him another chance. I mean, I'm not going to speculate what way it's going to go. I don't know how it's going to go down. I think the signs are pointing towards maybe he stays, but I think we're going to have to find out. I think it's going to be a club announcement. It will be, if you were Manchester United, I think they make it when Erik ten Hag will not be in front of press cameras. I don't think they're going to put him in front of a firing squad. Rajase get Tapsoba and Pavard, no Evans. See, it's if we sign Tapsoba and we sign Pavard, we probably don't get Amrabat. I think we're better getting Johnny Evans for free, better getting Pavard or Tapsoba, and then bringing in Sofian Amrabat. I think that's a better way to do it than buying two defenders. I just think that makes a lot more sense. Michael says, whether we like it or not, Greenwood was proved innocent. Well, it's one of those things. Obviously, it's innocent until proven guilty, but then there was never a court case in the first place. It's a real mess. Thankfully, the Manchester United investigation, it isn't anything to do with the legality. It isn't anything to do with innocent or guilty. It's just whether United are happy for him to come back, his teammates, the manager, the sponsors. That's what it's coming down to. It's not a legal thing. It's more of just a conscious thing. I don't know. Big T says, I would have took Skamaka before they let him go. Absolutely, I would have asked for Skamaka on loan. I would have asked for Skamaka on a permanent deal because he's a really good player. He really is. Look, he struggled last year at West Ham. Make no mistake about it. But just because he's big did not mean he was a guy to play David Moyes' system of long ball win headers. He's brilliant at hold up. He's a very, very skillful finisher, very good touch. Reminds me more of a Zlatan Ibrahimovic than a Peter Crouch. And I think Moyes thought he was getting a Crouch into that team. I really, really do. Lucky is saying, Harry Maguire ready to go. Wages sorted 150,000 per week. I'd be very happy if he took that. I really would. Luman, good to see you, man. Big ups for joining in. Thank you very much, guys. But yeah, I mean, it's not been a bad day for Manchester United. It really hasn't. I think any of those centre backs is a big upgrade. I think Stefan and Amrabat coming in is going to be massive for this team. Moving Maguire on, it's going to take care of such a distraction. So important. Lucky says, Stefan has Maguire's got his wages sorted 150,000 per week. Haven't seen anything on that, but I know that he's close to agreeing personal terms. Political said there's a verbal agreement in place. Let me see. Chris Wheeler is saying Eric Bailly is in talks with both Besiktas and Al Nasser. He will be moving on very quickly. Chris Wheeler has also said Fred is a target for Fulham as well as clubs in Saudi Arabia and France. So Fred probably going to go very soon as well. Irfan says, what's the news on Rasmus Højlund? The news on Rasmus Højlund, it's not as serious as what the Daily Mail made out to be yesterday. I had suspected that when the story came out because nobody else was saying it. I really doubted Manchester United would have passed the player in a medical and spent the money we spent on Højlund on a guy with a broken back. I think that's always exaggerated. I think it was spun in such a way that would lead to a headline, to a click. That's what I think the Daily Mail were doing. Look, he has a stress hotspot in his back. In the worst case scenario, it leads to a stress fracture. That's what happened to Marcus Rashford. So he needs that break. He needs a little bit of rest. But Laurie Whitwell thinks he could be back, and United are aiming to have him back for the Arsenal match, 3rd of September. So it's only going to be 3.5, 4 weeks. So it's not too bad of an injury. It's really not. And I think we're better not playing him for 2 or 3 weeks and having him 100% fit than trying to make him play and maybe making him worse. So that's what I think United are safer doing. Rajat says he already moved to Atalanta. Yeah, I know Skamaka's gone. I would have liked him if he hadn't have gone, but it's unfortunate. Stefan says Qatar, Lucky is ready to move on. The board to get the Greenwood announcement over with. Yeah, they really should, Chase. Absolutely. Needs to be made very quickly. I think Rajat Lucky is saying £150,000 a week in the wages, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Looks like we're going to see Eric Bailly leaving very soon. That's another player we need to move on. Another bad loss for Manchester United. A guy signed for £30 million, leaving for free. Benjamin Pavard is open to joining Manchester United. They are considering a move for the defender after agreeing to sell Harry Maguire to West Ham, coming in from TalkSport. Feel like that's a little bit slow, a little bit behind as to where other sources are, but it's good news. It's positive news. We are getting there, and it looks like it's going to be Pavard. It really does, guys. I think he is the more, what I would call, versatile option. Better suited to the Ten Hag style of play. I think Tobido is a young guy. I think he's really exciting, but there are better young players out there who are younger than Tobido, have a higher ceiling. So I think Pavard coming in for right back next season, Antonio Silva or Ousmane Diomande could be perfect. Nelbus is saying we need Amrabat, Pavard, Tobido, and another midfielder attacking. I don't think we need another attacking midfielder. I really don't. We've got Eriksen, we've got Mount, we've got Bruno, we've Sancho can play in there. Donny is still here. But I do agree, we need Pavard, we need Amrabat, absolutely. Is the Greenwood featuring against Wolves? No. No chance. Look, if Greenwood comes back, if Manchester United say Greenwood, you can come back and start training again with the team. And he comes back into training. If we're playing Monday, we'll probably train either Tuesday or Wednesday. So even if he comes back for that, he might not be able to play a match until Christmas. He might not. It will take a long, long time to get that match fitness back into him. He hasn't played football in 18 months, so it is massive, and it will take a long time to get him up there. Lucky is saying 150,000. Tony is asking, please, is it true that Højlund is injured? And if so, is he going to be playing matches or not? He is injured, yes. Now, there was an article that came out yesterday, Daily Mail. They said that he had a stress hotspot in his back that could lead to a stress fracture, so breaking part of his back. That's bad news. That was exaggerated. Manchester United think he will be back and ready to play by the Arsenal match on the 3rd of September. So that's the 4th Premier League match. I think we can last 3 matches without Højlund. I think we should be winning those matches without Højlund in the team. We should be beating Wolves. They've just sacked their manager. They've had an awful transfer window. I think we should be bidding Nottingham Forest, no problem whatsoever. And I think we can go to Spurs and win as well. They're only at the start of their transition under Ange Postecoglou, so it's going to take a while for them to get up to speed. Big T says, don't think Hoyland's injured at all. I think it's a clever way to integrate him into the team slowly to take the pressure off. It's probably not a bad idea. I think probably there's a part of that. If he's working with the team for 3 weeks, it's kind of like him having the preseason with the team, so that's good. Liman says, how will I react to some sections of the fans booing Greenwood? I think I'll just react at the time. It's an awkward one, it really is, but I think until we know what's happening, until an announcement is made, I don't really want to I don't want to speculate too much. Look, I'll not be booing even if I'm doing a watch along. I mean, anything could happen. I mean, I'm in my room here. I can't really influence it too much. Let me see. Lucky Singh is saying Eric Bailly should have been sold. Why still here? I think the issue with Eric Bailly is this: Manchester United have wanted a fee. We have wanted to sell him for money, but I don't think anyone's going to pay. And I think that's where the big issue has been the entire summer with Eric Bailly. I think he's going to go soon. I really do. And the sources out there, they're saying Besiktas. They're saying Saudi Arabia with Al Nasser. So I think he's going to move on very quickly. It's took a while to get there. Let's hope there's some sort of money. But at least we're saving the wages. At least we're getting players out who need to be moved on. That's good. Rajat says McTominay can play attacking midfield also. I mean, yeah, he kind of can do that box-to-box role. He's maybe not a bad player to have in the squad. Big T says, when the whistle blows, you have to back the team. You can complain before or after. Yeah, look, it's one of those things. It's like I was in Dublin on Sunday. Nearly all the stadium booed Harry Maguire. Regardless of my feelings on Maguire, I'm never going to boo anybody wearing a Manchester United shirt. It's just not what you do. Rajat says, want Pavard or Tobido? I'm going for Pavard. In terms of the poll, guys, 108 votes. So thank you very much for the votes so far. If you guys haven't voted on the poll, get your votes in now. So 64% of you guys are going for Benjamin Pavard. We have 32% for Tobido and 4% for Tapsoba. So Benjamin Pavard, big favourite amongst you guys. I'm surprised about that. I thought a lot of people would say Tobido as the younger option, maybe the more exciting option, but I feel like we know what we'll get with Benjamin Pavard. I feel like we know the type of player we're going to get. An experienced player, has won the World Cup, has won Bundesliga, has Champions Leagues. He can play right back, he can play centre back. Very good option. Lucky Singh says, don't talk about him. Nebo says, I want both. We can have 3 centre backs. It's too few for a whole season, considering that Varane is an injury player. Yeah, look, it's one of those things. It is one of those things. Nebo says, if Mount and Fernandes got an injury, what player can take their quality? Anybody at TM, we need a good backup for Bruno. I think Bruno backup this season is probably going to be Christian Eriksen. If Mount gets an injury, we will hopefully have Kobbie Mainoo back. It's still a good midfield. It is. And I think at the moment, Hannibal Mejbri is still here. So I think there's enough depth there. Maybe not the same quality, but I don't think we need to bring in another attacking player. I think we can play Sancho at 10 if needs be and probably still have the same amount of creativity. Let me see. Rajat says 4 others got 2 main centre-backs, Lindelof. Yeah, I think, look, if we have Lindelof, we have Pavard said, we have Varane and Martinez, that's 4 very good centre-backs. Then maybe we have Johnny Evans as like that 5th guy, the emergency man, the guy who gets called up if everybody else is injured or suspended or anything like that. Drop a like on the video as well, guys. We're up to 36 likes. Can we get to 40? Would be very much appreciated. Rajat says not fully going for Greenwood. Oh, that's Le Mans as well. Sorry, I missed out their comments. But yeah, look, the Greenwood thing is going to be an interesting one. We will react to it at the time. I think it's just important that we don't over speculate, that we sit and we wait for the facts to come out for Manchester United, what they're going to do, what the approach is going to be. Big T says, do you think all the extra time that gets added this season will change what time managers make subs? It's a good point, that, Big T. I'm not a big fan. I'm really not. I will say this off the back. I'm really not a big fan of this 10, 11, 12 minutes of added time. I just think I'm not a fan of it. I just don't think it's going to help the problem, because you'll still get time wasting, and they'll just time waste in extra time anyway. So I would prefer a better option, like stopping the clock when it goes out of play. Something like that, I think, makes more sense, in my opinion. I think it will impact what time managers make subs. I think they'll react to things in matches. They might want to make multiple subs at once if they need to avoid extra time coming on. So we might, instead of seeing a manager making one sub in the 80th minute and another sub in the 85th, and then one in the 87th, one in the 90th, we might see 3 subs come on at the 80th minute just to get them onto the pitch to stop the added time being played. I think that's going to be something managers do look at, and I think it's going to be an interesting one. I really do. I'm not 100% sure I feel on. I know I'm not a fan from the World Cup. I think it's not going to be great for the game. I think it's adding extra time. Lucky Singh is saying Pavard is 27. Yes, 27 is a good age, very experienced player, not past his prime. Liman looking predictions against Wolves. We will be doing a preview on that one as well, guys, by the way. But if we want my early predictions, I know people scared about new manager bounce, and I completely understand it. I really, really do. My thing is, they haven't played a match in the league yet. It's not like they're going from everybody being down, being depressed under the manager, to having a new guy come in and make everybody happy. They haven't really started their season off. Now, of course, there's been pre-season, but Lopetegui's problem has not been with the players, it has been with the board. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes down. It's not a lot of time for Gary O'Neill to come in and make any sort of a difference. It might not be a fun match. I think they're going to play hard to beat. I really, really do, guys. I'm So Fresh says, I think with less time, it will make subs more tactical and hopefully reflect less in time wasting. It probably will. I think it's something we want to avoid. I think I saw, like, last season, the average match had 54 minutes of open play. That, like, out of 90 minutes, it's not great. It really isn't. Big T says they still don't have a striker, I don't think. Yeah, Wolves, I don't think so. They're kind of like us. Let me see. Ronnie is saying, I have a van booked for Harry Maguire. I hope you're still free. That's good to hear, man. Looks like we will be going over very, very soon for that one. Liman saying, why would Bayern sell Pavard for only 25, knowing we got 30 for a 30-year-old Maguire? It's a good question. I think it comes down to him wanting to go. He's wanted to leave Bayern for a while. He wants to join Manchester United. Loves the thought of coming here. I'm happy with that. I really, really am. And a lot of these guys we've signed this season, a lot of them, they've all wanted to come. They've all wanted to come really badly to Manchester United, and that is really good. We want players who want to be here, guys. We want players who are bursting the door down. Like Rasmus Højlund turned down PSG, said to his agents, only focus on Man United. Give them priority. Onana wanted to come. Mason Mount left the boyhood club to join Manchester United. So we are buying players who want to be here. I think that's going to be good for United. I think it's going to help us. And let's hope that it makes a big difference going forward. Stefan Amrabat, man, is desperate to join United. Pavard wants to leave Bayern Munich to join United. It's looking good, guys. It is looking good. And for people saying we don't have that pull, for people saying we're not an attractive club anymore, I mean, think again. The facts are there. Manchester United are a team, once again, that players want to come to. So I think Pavard comes around 25 because he wants to go. That seems to be what Bayern have wanted the whole time. Tony says, please, which centre-back is United likely to bring after offloading Maguire? And where is Mason Greenwood issue reached? Should we positively expect him? We have an imminent announcement coming in from the Daily Mirror. They said it should be in the next couple of days. So the Greenwood announcement is going to come when it comes. I think we should be bringing in Pavard because, the guy can play right back really well. Probably better than our current right backs. He can fill in as centre back. I think he is the right guy for it. I really do. That's who I would like to see. Look, we're making contacts for Tobido. We're making contacts for Pavard. We're looking at both players. Not saying too much on Tapsoba. It was someone we were interested in. Romano did put him on his list, but it seems to be between Pavard and Tobido. That seems to be the options. I'm So Fresh says, got a good team atmosphere for this season. Yeah, we do, man. We really do. Players are looking forward to playing for Erik ten Hag's team, and I think that's nothing but a good thing. I really, really do. Hopefully, this continues into the future, and players are still desperate to join Manchester United. I think we're an exciting prospect. I think it's an exciting club once again, and people want to come here. Look, United always got players based on the name, but now I think we're getting them based on what we're building as well on the project. So that's nothing but a good thing, guys. It really is. 114 votes on the poll, and 64% are going for Benjamin Pavard. He is the clear favourite amongst you guys. We have 32% going for Tobido. We also have 4% going for Tapsoba. So we're really seeing a big push here for Benjamin Pavard. Lemon says we should give credit to Ten Hag completely. The polling part is for his polling part, or is it still United? I think it's a bit of both. I do think it's both. I think players will always want to play for Manchester United, but I also think Ten Hag is a guy who makes players want to play for him. Big T says, I think we'll start the season like Bielsa's Leeds. Lots of attacking going forward and lots of scrambling at the back until we get used to Nana. Yeah, maybe. I feel like we're getting a good match to start into. I feel like Wolves will come with everything that's happened this week. Their lack of forward options, I think they're going to come and kind of play for a draw. I think they're going to come and try to be frustrating, try to hold United back. I think that's what we're going to be going for. So I'm not too concerned in that regard. I guess, I mean, yeah, against Spurs and Arsenal, it will be issues. But we're going to find out on that one. So any more thoughts, guys? Make sure to get them into the comments. Drop a like on the video if you haven't already, and vote on the poll as well. Let me just have one last quick check as well. I want to see if there's anything coming out. Update coming in from Chris Wheeler. Maguire has still to agree personal terms with West Ham, and it may require a £10 million payoff from United. Tobido, Tapsoba, Pavard and Gehi are possible replacements. Johnny Evans is likely to be offered a contract. West Ham are yet to make an improved offer for Scott McTominay after a £30 million bid rejected last week. So it's going to be Maguire going. It looks like McTominay is going to be here for another season. I mean, out of the two, I would have sold Harry Maguire first. I always would have. Big T says first 4 or 5 games. I mean, yeah, look, I agree with that. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I think we're going to get there. I do. I think that moving Maguire on is the right decision. I think bringing some more players in is going to help. I think Amrabat and probably bringing in Pavard or Tobido, that's going to help the squad, going to help the quality on the pitch. Players that will imminently leave Manchester United in the next few days: Harry Maguire, Eric Bailly, Fred, and possibly Donny van de Beek as well. That's coming in. What's that? Well, it's only Centre Devil saying it's not actually quoted from anyone. I don't know why they put that out there, but it's looking good, guys, is what I'm saying. It is. The clear out's happening at long last. Ronnie says, be nice to get a player. He turned down Liverpool and City. We're after him. It would be. Always would be. Lucky is saying Harry Maguire will play in a back four. Jared Bowen, Antonio Shoemaker. He will be better in a back four. Yeah, look, he will be. He'll be good at West Ham. And I can call this now, guys. He will go to West Ham. He will play well. And what we will find is pundits, the media saying Harry Maguire wasn't the problem of Man United. The problem is he was always a square peg in a round hole. He's good for England because that style of football suits him. He will be good for West Ham because playing deep in a back four, defending his box, will suit his game. Not every player who is good is suited to play for Manchester United. So that's just the way it is. But that will come out. I have no doubt about it. I have no doubt whatsoever. Lucky thinks we will win the Tottenham match. I hope so. I think we can. It's just going to be interesting to find out how that goes down. New manager for them. Let's see how they start the season off. Look, it's going to be really exciting as well, guys. I have actually just set up my fantasy team as well. So if you guys would be interested, I will set up a fantasy football league for the channel. If you guys want to join that there one, we'll do it on the Premier League app. Lucky says it's a lovely back for West Ham. Yeah, look, it'll be good for them, make no mistake about it. Maguire will do well. 119 votes, 65% of you guys are going for Benjamin Pavard. We have 32% for Tobido, and 3% are going for Edmund Tapsoba. So it's looking good, guys. You guys seem to really want Pavard. I think Pavard's going to be the way we go. I think that's going to be the most realistic option. I'm not surprised about that Chris Wheeler update. I'm not feeling good about it either. Playing Maguire, £10 million to leave is just... It's just annoying, guys. It really is. An update coming in, if anyone's interested, on Chelsea, because I think someone said something about Lukaku earlier. Chelsea have no intention to include Vlahovic in a swap deal for Lukaku, despite Juventus' proposal. I don't know what's happening there. I mean, Chelsea's going into the summer, sorry, into the season with only Nicholas Jackson as a striker. You know, and couldn't go out for 16 weeks. So, it's one of it's one of them. I think Chelsea's going to be good this year, but I think United's going to be above Chelsea. I hope we're above Liverpool. I have recorded a video doing Premier League predictions, by the way, guys, so expect that either to drop tomorrow or Friday at the very, very latest. But yeah, guys, keep those votes coming in. 119 now, and up to 41 likes as well. So drop a like on the video, guys. Can we get up to 50 likes? Would be very, very much appreciated. It only takes 1 second as well. Let me just have one last check here to see if anything else is coming out. Any breaking news? Anything you guys might be interested? Rajat says, "Get Pavard and let's get done with the centre back deal." I mean, he can play centre back. He can play right back. He played like 1,600 minutes at right back and like 1,600 minutes at centre back for Bayern last year. Man can do it both. You know, he really can. So I'm feeling good about that one. I really am. Let me just see if anything's coming in from Manchester United. We're kind of a little bit quiet at the moment. I think it's probably going to be another one of those calm before the storm. I think there's going to be a lot of news breaking tomorrow, Friday, across the weekend. Going to be a big, big week to be covering Manchester United. So if you guys do want to stay tuned for everything, make sure you're hitting that sub button as well. We're getting very close to 2,000 subs. So thank you so much for all the support, guys. With that in mind, I'm going to drop off and leave the stream here. So thank you very much for joining in with me this fine Wednesday. I'm looking forward to a big week for United. If you guys want to join me tomorrow, we will be live same time, 7:30 p.m. UK time. So I will see you guys then. Thanks so much for joining in as well. Big ups, guys. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys in the next one.